Welcome back to the Reasonable Podcast with myself, Dolby, and this week my brother Jake.
Yo.
How we doing, lads?
Yeah, good, you? What have you been up to?
Yeah, not a lot, literally nothing, mate. First time we've caught up this week.
Yeah.
To record this, we haven't really spoken about a lot because we're saving it for the podcast.
Well, that's one thing we've found already, isn't it? Like, a lot of podcasters do say, like, you can't really talk to your mates about stuff because you just like, oh, I've got this really sick story, but I'm saving it for the pod.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Because you want to leave it for good content for the podcast.
Yeah, because you want the so you want that organic reaction and stuff, don't you? So it's massively important.
So this week we're obviously joined by my brother Jake.
Yeah, we mentioned him briefly in the last pod.
Yeah.
And he thought he'd hop on for this episode.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? He's here.
Why not?
He's
Why
not
not? The Reasonable Podcast, Jake.
No,
What are you saying about that, mate?
Oh, not really. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, he didn't want to join us for the first episode, but he saw the first episode absolutely popping off.
Saw the views, mate.
Saw the views.
He saw the views and that was it. He just wanted to jump on the pod. That's it.
But yeah, to start, I just wanted to say, like, thank you guys for your support on the first episode. We've got like, what, 200 and something, 220 views?
225 views.
225 views at the time of recording, and it's slowly climbing still, even though we released it a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it went well. We've tried to improve the setup a little bit already, so we've got a different angle. We've rearranged the furniture a little bit, and we're just making small progress episode by episode.
Small changes, little bit, surely, little steps at a time, and eventually the production will get better.
Yeah.
We're already looking into getting a bit more equipment.
Yeah. The main thing we want to focus on is mics, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
We want the audio. We want the audio quality to be a lot better, so we're using actual mics, so you can hear us obviously better.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna just leave the video how it is for now. I think gonna focus on audio and then go on to that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing really was the aesthetics of, because we've obviously got a guest coming on. Oh, we can actually talk about it now. We've got a guest coming on next week.
We're not going to reveal who, but we do have a guest coming on.
Yeah.
Our first guest.
And I feel like this is just more guest friendly, this setup.
Because I mean, like, so it would say if we took Jake as a guest, for example, like I'm here and I can see both of you, and we can actually talk face to face. Because I felt like in the last one when the chair was there and we were sort of sitting like parallel to each other, like we were just sort of we kept turning our heads all the time. And it wasn't as organic, I don't think.
No, I think this setup's a lot more guest friendly. The flow can be better.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's move on to the first segment.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna do your bit about football first this week, aren't you?
Yeah, gonna have a little chat about football. This is gonna be a weekly thing, just updating what's going on with my football team and just the general consensus around the game at the minute. So. Last night, Peterborough Sports got a massive win. They won 1-0 away to third in the league, Chester, and got a massive win. Scored a penalty in the 45th minute, I think, something like that.
Nice.
And it was just a huge win. I mean, I was saying last week about obviously non-league and stuff. Like, it's a lot different to actual league football. Like, I'll just give you an example. There was 8 away fans yesterday.
Is that it? 8 fans.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Tuesday night and it's Chester. I think Chester's near. I think it's quite far up north.
Chester, yeah, it might be. I'm not sure actually. I don't know.
I know it's a few hours away. So for them 8 people to make that journey on a Tuesday night, it's pretty crazy.
Actually, to be fair, the eight people being there, yeah.
That's what you call die hard.
Yeah.
That's literally what you call die hard. And but we've been a bit up and down recently because a couple of months ago our manager left to go to get a job in the league above because the club that I support now is part time. They're 2 leagues away from League 2. Part time, he got offered a full time job, and obviously you're going to take it, and it's more money. Like I think he was like a part time owner of a barber's as well. So like he obviously had 2 things going on. And he's obviously eliminated that, and he's gone for his passion and his hobby full time, which is fair play to him because he's fucking stayed with Peterborough Sports for like 8 seasons now, and he's took them all the way from like step 10 all the way up to like step 3 of non-league. I think he got like 4 promotions in like 7 seasons. It was mental. So he's carried the club a long way, and he probably thought that's all he could do. And I mean, you can't turn down the money, can you?
No, I mean, for him to do that is probably why he got the opportunity to move in the first place.
Yeah, I know there were like some actual league clubs looking at him as well, but he decided to go with Scunthorpe because it wasn't too far away.
Right.
And full-time club, can't really go wrong. But yeah, like I say, it's been a bit up and down. We've had some pretty shaky results, but over the past couple of games, we've managed to pull away from that relegation zone, which is huge for a club our size. I mean, we only get like 200 fans at home, so to stay in that league is massive for us because of the money it gives you and everything. So
Yeah.
hopefully it'll just make us more sustainable. We've got a new owner now as well, who's hopefully going to invest more into the club. And I think he's talking about building a new stand at the stadium and just improving the matchday experience a bit more. So hopefully more fans will come along.
Yeah.
But as for Posh, been a bit mad.
Why?
It's just everything's going on. Like I've obviously, like I explained in the last episode, I've took myself out of that world.
Yeah.
And I've just been seeing the reaction on Twitter, and a lot of the fans are souring now.
Right.
And like, because basically our season's pretty much done now. We can't really get in the playoffs. We've had too many shit results pretty much. Like, I mean, we fucking got battered by Cheltenham last week, 3-0.
That's
You know,
rough.
and it was just shocking. Like, it just I was watching it on TV, and it was like 2-0 in the first 15 minutes. And you're just like, what the fuck's going on? Like, Cheltenham are like near the bottom of the league, and we can't even. We're at home. Like, you're meant to win most of your home games, if not all of them. Like, you know, you got that home advantage, and normally we're good at home. But the experiment bringing Fergie back has just not worked this time. And I'm actually gonna bring up some tweets because I thought this is quite a good example of how fickle football fans can be. So I've got tweets of the last two. So basically, at the end of the game, the club will put out like full time, you know, whatever the score was, and then obviously all the fans will react. So this is last Saturday when we got battered 3-0 by Cheltenham. So it's just embarrassing. Season done. Think I'm due a refund on my season ticket. Fergie out. I fucking can't believe this. I can't live like this.
Wow.
Like, people D-Mac and Fergie out. Win or go home. Time to go home. Greatest, because basically there's another one that a lot of people say greatest show on turf, because when we went back down to League One, McAnthony, our owner, said at the start of the season he was like, at home it's going to be the greatest show on turf. Like, you know, we're going to win like all our games, all this and that, and he was proper fucking bigging us up, and we've just all the fans have sort of come back to that and keep replying, which is quite funny. So that's obviously like everyone's fuming, but then we won 5-2 last night.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you said you lost, I said that's why you just won.
Yeah, we won, and then it's just a complete change. Like, the fans are like, oh, mental game, great performance, you know, well done, like no negative comments at all. And it's just like, I really find football fans so fickle. Like, you can lose one game, everyone thinks it's the end of the world. You win another and it's fine again. Yeah. You know, it's crazy, I think, how much the football fans change. And I guess it is that reactionary sort of, I guess like a knee-jerk reaction. You lose the game, you're fucking fuming. And like, I feel like maybe just don't go on Twitter. Because I mean, I've been guilty of it myself. Like, you know, I've been to a game and we've just put in a piss poor performance. Like, the players don't even care that we're there. And I've gone on Twitter afterwards, and I've always regretted it, because I wake up the next day and I'm like, it's not really that important. No. You know what I mean? It's not, is it? Like, it's not that deep. But I don't know, I guess, like,
football has a hardcore following though.
It does, and I feel like them hardcore. It depends what way you take it, I think, because some of the hardcore fans kind of gatekeep football. Like, this is something I wanted to talk about as well. Like, gatekeeping is massive in football, because if you don't go to away games, for example, like, you don't go to all the away games, you'll be seen as like not as much of a fan as the people who go home and like away every week. And it's just like, it's not. Just let me enjoy the football. Like, it's meant to be a thing where we're all enjoying it together. Like, why are you bringing me down for not going to an away game? I don't want to fucking spend £100 every other Saturday going to an away game on like petrol, food, ticket, whatever else it takes to get there. I've been on plenty myself, and it's expensive. Like, I mean, it's not just a match day ticket, they're like £25 themselves, but I just find gatekeeping in football mental.
Yeah, I see that.
Like for you, for example, like you would say you support Arsenal, but then someone would be like, you can't support Arsenal, you don't go to the games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, football has that hardcore following, doesn't it? Where it's like all or nothing.
All or nothing, yeah, literally. Like if you don't go to every game, you're not a real fan.
Yeah.
And I find that like, if I was like wanting to get into football and I'd see that and someone told me that, and it's just like, oh, what's the point in going?
Yeah.
Like you're meant to be attracting new fans, not pushing them away.
Yeah.
You know, and I know you wanted to mention some results that Arsenal have had recently because they're flying.
Yeah. We faced Fulham 1-3-0.
Yeah. You got the Europa League coming up as well.
Europa League round of 16.
That's
Sporting tomorrow.
That's Thursday the 15th, 7th, 16th.
Yeah. Last time we obviously
16th, yeah.
Last time we obviously drew 2-2.
Yeah. You got home advantage this time.
Home advantage. We're good at home.
Yeah, you are good at home.
And then we've got Crystal Palace on Sunday.
Got to be 2 wins there, I think.
For sure.
You've got to progress in the Europa League.
Yep.
That's a massive competition. Winning that is it's a European trophy at the end of the day. It's not the Champions League, but it's still a trophy.
Yeah,
and it's there's a lot of massive teams in the Europa League now. You've got Man United, Barcelona.
Yep.
It's not like how it used to be back in the day.
Speaking of which, Man U beating Liverpool 7-0.
The other way around.
Shit.
Yeah, so Liverpool smashed Man United 7-0 last week. Crazy shit.
Yeah.
I heard about that actually.
That's insane, isn't it?
Like.
Do you see all the memes online?
Oh mate, it was so I know Man U's manager calls Eric Ten Hag and everyone's going Eric 7 Hag and all that bullshit. Like it's
cans of 7-Ups.
Oh yeah.
People are getting like the Leonardo DiCaprio thing going. This or whatever, and he's just got fucking 7-Up, sipping a 7-Up.
And I know Jamie Carragher, the ex-Liverpool captain, he went on. He the next game. It was like the next day. He was presenting for Sky Sports, and he was drinking a can of 7-Up.
Mm.
So obviously, it's another callback to it. But
that's probably where it came from then.
I find it mental because Liverpool do that, and then they lose to Bournemouth. They lost to Bournemouth on Saturday.
The Cherries beat them.
Yeah, 1-0, like away. I'm pretty sure it was at Anfield as well. I can't remember.
Wow.
Like how can you
Football's like that sometimes, isn't it? It's weird.
Yeah, it's so strange. Like how can you go from being one of the best teams in the league 7-0 to losing 1-0 to one of the worst teams in the league? Like just
been overlooking them too much and just completely underrated.
Yeah.
The fact that Bournemouth obviously were on game that day.
Well, a lot of people just expect you'll go through, say if you're a Man City fan, that's probably the best team in the country bar Arsenal right now, but over the past 5 years they've been the best team in the country, if not the world. Mm-hmm. And you'll look at 95% of their fixtures they should win, but it just doesn't work like that.
No.
Football's not played on paper. That's what I mean, football's a crazy game, man.
Yep. I need to go to one of the games, to be fair.
Yeah, you do.
I need to go to another game. I like going to games.
Yeah, it's a lot better when you're there.
Good fun.
Yeah.
Good atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is a good laugh. I do enjoy it. Well, it's one of my main hobbies, going to games and playing football myself.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, I had a game on Monday. I played 5-a-side, a bit of power league sort of thing. And we won 12-3.
12-3?
Yep.
Fair play.
We won 12-3.
Wow.
But the team we played have played 6 games and they've lost all 6. So
just shit.
They were pretty shit, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. But, a win's a win.
Yeah, fair enough.
We're second in the league, so we're pushing for that promotion place.
Yeah.
Going well.
Is this second time you've gone up a division?
Yeah. So we've been so we went up, so there's 4 divisions. We went from Div 4 to Div 3 to Div 2,
right.
And then we went from Div 2 to Div 3 to Div 4. So we got promoted twice and then relegated twice because our best player fucking got injured.
Oh, right.
And we went up to Div 2, our best player got injured, and then we just kept losing. Because that's the thing, like in 11-a-side, I don't think it matters as much, but in 5-a-side, that one player
Yeah.
can just
Change the whole.
skin everyone.
Yeah.
Like he came into the team when we were in Div 4, we were losing every game. And we literally won 10 games in a row just because he joined.
Wow.
Like it's mental how much of an impact it actually makes.
That's crazy.
And
Makes it more fun, I guess.
yeah, it does. Like losing every week's not fun.
Well, no.
And you're paying as well. Obviously, you're paying to play. It's like £6.50, £7 each or whatever, and you're paying every week just to get battered.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's not fun. I mean, I personally do it for fitness.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I go to the gym. I do all this and that. I like to look after my physical health. So
Yeah.
playing football really does help with that cardio sort of side of it because I just hate cardio.
Yeah.
Like, I can't go in the gym and go on a treadmill for half hour. It's so dead.
Yeah.
It's actually so dead, isn't it? Like, I just can't do it.
I do prefer going out for a run actually.
Yeah, going outside,
Yeah.
just doing something. Like I'd go for a walk.
Running on the spot on a treadmill is pretty dead.
Yeah, like I wouldn't go for a walk on a treadmill. I'd go for a walk outside.
Yeah.
But for me, just football, like, you know, it's fun.
It's a hobby, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I try and play
Fitness in at the same time.
twice a week. Go gym 5 times a week. Trying anyway, but seems to have done the job. I mean, mentally. I always say to everyone, it's not even just your physical health. Like mentally, it just helps massively.
Yeah.
Like you really, if you're struggling mentally, go for a run.
Yeah.
Get outside, do something. Don't fucking stay inside all day.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a big advocate for that. Even if I'm inside 90% of the day, if I'm out for an hour,
Yeah.
just doing something,
It just makes you feel better, doesn't it?
yeah. And if you're a bit tired, you know, you get that natural dopamine release, and you just feel better in yourself.
Yeah.
So that, you know, I'd recommend that to anyone.
100%. Alright, moving on. I want to talk about Elon Musk and what he's doing in a minute.
Okay, this is your speciality. I'm not too well. Me and Jake probably aren't too clued up. I mean, I've got an idea of like Starlink and everything like that.
Oh yeah.
But obviously you're a nerd, so give us some news.
So he's now actually finished releasing 2,000 satellites into the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy the internet now wherever you are in the UK. He's slowly getting across the world. Like if you Google it, you can Google the map where it covers. Eventually it's going to cover the whole world, and it's providing wireless internet to the world, and hopefully eventually for free. So you wouldn't have to pay your broadband any money. People like BT and Sky go obsolete in terms of broadband because the satellites that have made... he's talking about putting lasers on them.
Right.
Okay, so you know how extravagant Elon Musk is with his tweets and how much like he can move the needle in terms of like he's got this massive cult following.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I remember like he did a tweet about Dogecoin being like a meme coin. It went just plummeted.
Yeah,
like,
everything he says.
Oh, yeah.
do you remember that? Like literally the whole thing just plummeted just because he said it was a bit of a meme coin.
Yeah, Dogecoin became a meme coin, didn't it?
Yeah, so did Shiba, I think, as well. That's Shiba Inu.
Oh, Shiba, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2,000 satellites in the atmosphere now. He's talking about activating lasers on them, so it looks like the whole world has a shield around it.
Right.
Like, that's
Wait,
some
what-
Iron Man reference, isn't it?
What do you mean by lasers? Do you mean lasers going into the like helping with
Connecting each other, yeah.
Right. Oh, like in between them.
Yeah, like
Oh,
in between
okay.
them, like connected to each other to make like a bubble around the planet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which that's going to look insane, isn't it?
You're gonna be able to see it.
Yeah,
What, at night?
I would assume so, yeah.
I wonder how strong them lasers would have to be to actually see them.
I don't know. I don't think it'd have to be that strong. I think lasers are pretty prominent, aren't they? And if you've got 2,000 in the atmosphere, you'd probably just see like a couple of beams, wouldn't you? You'd probably just see a couple of laser lights.
That'd be mental.
That would be crazy, wouldn't it?
Just looking up and just seeing.
But I wouldn't put
lasers.
it past him at this point.
No,
I think he literally only wants to do it for the looks.
probably.
There's no reason. Oh, and also I think you can transfer data quicker being on a laser.
Well, yeah, it's like infrared. It's not infrared, is it?
No, infrared is just like a different thing for Bluetooth, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Is it? No, it can't be infrared because
What is that sort of? If you're transferring data over across a laser, what's that then?
it's like light transfer. I don't know. It's like you can put data in light.
That's mad.
It's crazy, isn't it? Like that's what he. That's,
What?
you can put like data in light
Yeah.
and use a laser to ping it because you can't. There's nothing faster than the speed of light.
Obviously not. No.
So you put data in it and transfer data faster. And I think he wants to activate lasers on these satellites to transfer data that like rapid.
Rapid. I mean, it's rapid.
Proper rapid, like speed of light, mate. Equals MC squared.
I think, yeah, the one thing that I've seen, because I use Twitter a lot, the one thing I see about Elon Musk is he tries so hard to be funny, but he's just not.
Have you seen him when he does episodes? He laughs by himself, and he proper makes himself giggle, and no one else in the room is like laughing, but he's making himself laugh because he's so funny in his head.
Yeah, like he tries to put like memes that are about like 6 years ago, and tries to make them topical, and I'm just like, you're not funny. I remember seeing a video of him. He was in some sort of like headquarters or something. It might have been SpaceX or something that he was going to visit.
The Gigafactory.
It's something like that. But he was holding a sink, and he was just like, "Oh, you got to let that sink in." And I'm just like, that's so dead.
Oh my god, I love Elon. That's fucking jokes. But yeah, he's going to be doing crazy things. Neuralink apparently is ready for humans now.
Sure.
Yeah, apparently he's passed all of the animal testing, he's passed literally everything. I think they put it in like a chimpanzee or something, like the Neuralink, because like the same brain functions or some shit. I don't know, science stuff. And then,
Science shit.
No, it's not.
Science shit. We're talking about science shit.
Oh yeah, science shit. Yeah.
I'd say science is shit. Though.
No, it's
It's
not.
actually dead, and it dead, Jake.
Ooh,
Science is shit.
It is dead. It's actually dead.
It's not, mate. We need to get off this planet, and we're only doing that through science.
Right.
So it's the best thing, actually.
We're not getting off.
I'm dying on this planet.
That's
We all are.
dead.
That's not dead.
You want to die
You
on
think
Earth?
you're gonna be on some little fucking Mars thing, bro? You
I
think
am.
you're gonna go out with a fucking helmet like?
Yeah, you're not gonna be enough.
You're
Yeah, I am.
gonna be a Martian, bro. You ain't gonna be a Martian.
I am.
No, you're not.
No,
You
you're not.
think, you think Elon's gonna get you on speed dial? Like, out of everyone, yeah, I want Charlie. Get out of it now.
Yeah, it will. He's going to call me up, mate. He's going to send me a personalised letter, right? And he's going to say, come on, you're off the fucking Mars, mate. And I'm going to be like, yes. No, because think about it, right? Eventually, like, he wants to put 1 million people... What? He wants to... he wants to put 1 million people on Mars by 2030.
It's not happening.
Yeah, you're not in that.
There's no chance.
I wouldn't put it past Elon to make it happen.
It's 2023 now. It's not happening.
With that.
What, 7 years?
This
Yeah,
whole
it's not
world's
happening.
gonna.
Yeah, but so why is he
end
still...
in
He's
3
developing,
years.
what's this ship called?
I don't fucking know.
Starship.
Shit.
It's like Starship.
Starship.
Yeah.
That's an inventive name, isn't it?
I know. Yeah, but he probably just did that to take the piss out of Star Wars or something.
Dead.
Like, imagine a Mackey's drive-through in space.
That's not happening.
That's not gonna happen. They're not gonna have Mac.
I'll bet there will not be 1 million people on Mars by 2030.
Maybe not, because everything always gets pushed back, but
There's-
2032.
No!
2032.
Bro, you think a decade's long? That's not a long time.
No, it doesn't need to be a long time. He's already just like, the hardest part about it, right, is making a spacecraft that can take all the resources and the people. Elon obviously has figured out that if he can just make X amount of these reusable rockets that can literally leave the atmosphere, do the journey, come back and just fill it up like a car, it would be like a long bus journey.
That'd be long. How long does it take to get to Mars?
7 months.
Fuck that.
7
That's
months.
But
dead.
with the new hydrogen fuel that is a Oxford University student team or something like that. It always is. It's always like students that create this new blooming rocket fuel because it's just playing around with it, isn't it? It's like. But anyway, they made this new compound for hydrogen, and apparently we can do the journey in 3.5-4 months now instead of 7, which is a big jump.
Oh yeah, I know, but I don't want to be on a ship for 3 months.
But it's nice, isn't it?
No.
It would be nice, yeah. Well, you'd have like swimming pools, you'd have fitness things in there. Yes, it's not just you're not just stuck in a seat like an aeroplane.
That'd be dead. Imagine you're just stuck on a
No, it's
seat.
so yeah, that'd be dead. 3.5 months just watching the whole of everything that's on Netflix.
Literally watching every single movie.
See, that's basically completing Earth.
Actually, speaking about movies, I went to see Creed.
You did, and I'm actually so jealous. We haven't
Did you?
gone to
I
see
went to
Creed.
see
He's gone to see
Creed
Creed 3.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I went to see Creed 3 last Wednesday.
That's insane.
I'm not going to ruin it, just for people who it's starting the cinemas, so it's,
Yeah.
for people who haven't seen it.
What would you say about it just overall?
I didn't think it was good as the first two.
Right.
And I find that a lot with trilogies.
Oh
Yeah,
I think-
you do.
Yeah, like the third one is never ever as good as
The
the
first one is usually always the best.
Yeah, I think the first and second were both as
If
good
the first
as
one
each
slaps,
other.
then the second one's always pretty good. But
Yeah.
when they do the third one, it always feels like
It's because like I feel like that story kind of like the main storyline of it kind of finished when the second one ended,
Yeah.
and with the third one it was kind of like a spin-off.
yeah,
almost.
yeah.
Obviously, people will know the plot line, whatever, but like it was kind of like a spin-off, and it didn't hit the same. It was still, I'd probably still give it like a 7 out of 10.
Right.
It was still good. It's still a Creed film.
At least it's a good movie.
Good
like.
production, good actors, whatever. But yeah, it just didn't hit the same.
I do really want to see that so badly.
Yeah, it's
How
definitely
much?
worth a watch.
Watched the first two in cinema.
Yeah,
Yeah, you went to cinema to see both of them.
yeah, I did as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, Tony Ballew's in it as well, like he is in the other two.
Yeah.
Got some good guests in it, but yeah, like I said, it was kind of like a spin-off. So it was, when I left the cinema, wasn't disappointed, but I
Yeah.
wanted more.
Right.
I wanted more. I wanted there to be a bit more of a story.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying.
Shame.
Yeah, and I didn't think we'd ever talk about. I try my best to be, when I do these things, I try my best to be unbiased in certain topics and stuff like that, and remain on the fence. I didn't think we'd talk about this because it's quite a controversial topic, but I feel like we need to address it at least, and that is what the fuck is going on in politics at the minute. I showed you that video yesterday.
Yeah, that is in. Did Dobby show you the video?
So basically, Rishi Sunak was. I mean, I don't follow politics. I don't lean either way. I don't care. I don't like it.
Don't give a shit about it.
I don't give a shit about it. But what I heard, well, it's a video. You know what I mean? Like, so basically, he said that if you arrive illegally, you can't seek asylum, which is. I wouldn't say. I'm not saying if it's right or wrong. You have your own beliefs, whatever. But then he said you won't get access to the modern slavery system.
Yeah, he literally says, if you can't do this criteria, you can't get actual asylum legally.
And you
then
can't access the modern slavery system.
You won't be
That's
able
what
to
he said.
access the modern slavery system. How insane is that? He actually says.
Slavery, like he literally said slavery system.
That's right.
We think we have free will, but we don't.
We don't.
Like,
This isn't a democracy. It's actually a dictatorship. At the end of the day, I know it's crazy, right? But say you owe money, yeah,
Yeah.
and you own your house. You think you own your house?
No.
They'll take that shit away if you owe money.
Yeah.
So is it really yours? Is it fucked?
It's the banks.
Yeah.
If I mean, even if you own your house outright, if you owe debt for something else,
Yep.
they're
They'll
going
just
for
take
your
it away.
first thing straight away, which is your house, your cars.
Yep.
You
It's
know,
a system. It's a pyramid scheme.
It's they like to give us things, try and make us comfortable. Like we're not saying that we're fucking in the Stone Age anymore. We've got fucking computers, we've got games consoles, we've got TVs, we've got whatever, we've got stuff to enjoy ourselves with. But it is, for 99% of the world, you're in that system.
Yeah.
I don't want to be fucking top G, but you're in the Matrix, aren't you?
Always top G.
No, you just are. Like, I'm in it, you're in it, you're in it. We're all in it.
You're all in the Matrix.
And people were fucking going at Andrew Tate for saying this, and then
I did disagree with the things he was saying.
I didn't disagree with the thing he said, but then for an actual member of parliament, prime minister, to come out and say modern slavery system.
I've heard enough in that sense. That's crazy for him to
Use the
say
words.
modern slavery. Like for him
You-
to say slavery
Yeah.
in this day and age
Yeah,
in a political scene
yeah,
is fucking crazy.
it is.
How are you gonna say slavery when you're the prime minister?
And Gary Lineker actually called this out on his Twitter. From what I haven't gone too deep into it because, like I said, I don't really go into politics that much. But from what I've seen, he sort of called out this thing with the asylum seekers and this and that and whatever. And then he got removed. So he expressed his opinion on his own personal Twitter account, which everyone has a right to do.
Yeah.
You got a right to your own opinion, free speech, whatever. And then he got taken off as the presenter of Match of the Day, which is obviously a programme that's watched by millions every single Saturday.
Yeah.
And he gets paid absolute bang for presenting on that. He got took off that just because he tweeted an opinion. which I think is mental. Like you can't just take away someone's right to free speech.
Yeah.
No, it's getting to a point now where it's such a grey line, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't like if you're being a twat, like you're being discriminatory, you're being whatever, then
Yeah.
shut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're just expressing an opinion that's not harmful or is not degrading in any way, you shouldn't be cancelled in quotation marks.
That's his job. Yes, he's got bank.
Obviously.
But at the end of the day, it's his job. That's literally like someone taking your job away because you express an opinion. That's insane.
Like everyone, especially on his own. Like he didn't go onto the Match of the Day Twitter and tweet it from a BBC source. It was his own. It was his own personal account.
Yeah.
So
he should be in his own right to.
Yeah.
That's literally what that social media is
for. I mean, even most people in their bios, you'll see views of my own or something. You know, like all views my own, not the company I work for or whatever.
Yeah.
And you've got to take that literally because, you can't just because someone's expressed an opinion, you can't just fucking. Take that away, and everyone stood in solidarity with him, which is good. Like the other presenters, Danny Murphy and Ian Wright, said they were refusing to do the show as well, so they stood with him.
Sort of boycotting.
Yeah, they boycotted the whole thing. I think they asked like 4 or 5 other presenters to do it, and they all said no as well.
Right.
So they're all standing with Gary Lineker, and BBC have been getting a lot of shit for it. Yeah. And they fucking, you know what, BBC pissed me off. Licensing fees. What the fuck's that about? TV license.
Oh. Mate.
They're the fucking reason we have to pay TV licence.
Do you know what? It's actually a joke. I got a letter the other day, shows it up.
Yeah.
I don't have a TV licence because I don't need a TV licence. I don't watch TV, I don't watch BBC.
You use streaming services.
I use streaming services. And I got a letter saying my TV licence is not going to be... my TV licence needed status is going to be removed because they think I've been on BBC iPlayer.
Mm-hmm.
For starters, how are you knowing that?
IP address.
It'll be the IP address, yeah. But 2, we generally haven't. So how are they saying that?
I don't know, it's hard because like you could get someone, say you're just chilling, you get your mate round, go sleep, whatever, he sticks on BBC iPlayer on his phone.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Like, how can you control that?
But also, you can put BBC iPlayer. Like it says on the TV license that BBC iPlayer is part of you needing a TV license.
Mm.
But the problem is, my argument is, but you can watch that on your phone.
Yeah.
You can watch BBC iPlayer on your phone.
It's not strict. It's not a TV license. Is not a TV thing. It's watching live TV. That's what it's for.
It's your household.
Yeah, it's for watching live TV. So for watching live that's what it's for. It's for watching live programming. That's what they do. That's what they base it on.
So you're telling me you need a TV license to watch BBC iPlayer on your phone?
Yeah.
Even if you're watching that program on your phone on a train, you still need a TV license to do that.
Yeah.
That is insane.
That's why a lot of people use VPNs.
So you. Oh.
I don't want to fucking for people to get around it, but choose a VPN.
Yeah.
Yeah, use VPN. Don't pay TV licenses.
No, that's a lot of people have. I think it's called like Don't Pay UK or something like that. There was a whole trend going around a couple of months ago.
I don't think we should pay tax. We pay tax as it is anyway. Why are we having to pay tax to watch something that we bought?
Well, you pay tax on the money you earn. You pay tax on the stuff you buy.
Yeah.
Everything we do is tax.
But we bought the TV.
Yeah, but you still have to pay a license.
That's stupid.
It's dead, isn't it?
That's so dead.
I mean, like I think I said to you guys as well. I told my American friends about this over Xbox, and they just burst out laughing.
I bet it sounds ridiculous.
They were just like, "What the fuck are you going on about?" And I was just like, "Yeah, we have to pay like £100 a year or whatever it is, 120 quid a year."
Yeah.
It's dead.
120 quid a year.
Yeah, just to watch TV.
Something that you bought.
Yeah, like you should, and that's the thing. You pay for the actual channels as well. Like if you haven't just got Freeview, you're paying for your actual box as well.
Yeah.
It's just so.
They won't get rid of it because that's how they get a lot of money out of this country.
Well, yeah, because people are scared that the fucking people with clipboard's going to come around their house, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've had them come to yours, haven't you?
Yeah, and I told him to basically piss off because I don't want a TV license.
Yeah.
And then he just put my status to not needing a TV license. But now they're saying they're going to cancel it because they think they've put me on like BBC iPlayer, which I don't think I have.
I So I think like I said, someone could have come round.
It's just unnecessary life stress.
Yeah.
Like, why are they doing that to us?
Like BBC, they don't need to take £120 off people a year, do they? Like, fucking hell, like.
Think how much money that is, though.
That must be.
Yeah, I know, but think how much money they've got already without that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's the greed get greedier, don't they?
Yeah, that's how the rich get richer.
I say rich get richer.
You oppress the bread line.
Yeah.
And then the rich get richer.
That's insane, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's why fucking Top G talking about trying to get out Matrix and shit, innit?
Is he still in prison?
He's still in prison. I think
Yeah.
he's appealed 3 times to get out of prison.
And they've not even given him a reason or something.
And yesterday I saw on Twitter that his appeal for house arrest, so he wanted to just go on house arrest, got denied again. I think it's been 3 times now. I think he is in, don't quote me on this, I'm pretty sure he is in prison or jail or whatever. He's in like a holding facility for, I believe, money laundering, and I'm not sure if the human trafficking has been dropped yet, but it was human trafficking.
Human trafficking?
Yeah, that's fake though.
Right, so...
I don't believe he has, personally, because you'd know. The girls even came out and said, like, it didn't happen, basically. The girls that apparently he did it to said it didn't happen.
I've seen
So what proof
that.
do they even have?
I've seen that. I think it's really. I think it's really murky because obviously these girls will come out and make sort of like TikToks or whatever and explain their experiences with Andrew Tate, but how do you know he's not slipped them a few grand to say that?
True, but
I'm just playing I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. But they found a voice recording from Andrew Tate's house, I believe. Because obviously he's got like mics everywhere else.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they've done that, and I think they were just talking about what was it? They were like
talking about how they were gonna they were gonna try and get him.
Yeah.
Like get good.
As in walking out of the gate or
allegations
some
and
shit. Yeah.
Oh.
So they found that. So
They
there's
had
that
recording.
evidence as well. So I don't understand what he has against him. So
I think the issue with Andrew Tate is, I mean, I even heard he was on a podcast and he said there's a reason that I moved to Romania because you can get away with a lot of stuff you can't in the UK. Like he said, it's a lot more isolated. And you can
I don't think he's innocent.
I don't think he's innocent.
No, he's not innocent.
Because I'm not being funny. You wouldn't be in a holding prison in Romania for nothing.
No. There's got to be some. I mean, there's no smoke without fire,
Exactly.
or no fire without smoke, or however that's saying. There's nothing. There's got to be something there.
Yeah.
100%.
So he's done something, but I just don't know. I just think it's a bit like I don't know. Maybe he is actually just a complete bellend to women and all this stuff, but maybe actually it's just the internet doing that to him. Maybe
It's cancel culture, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I fucking hate it. It's like I said earlier, you've got your right to free speech as long as you're not saying really, really terrible stuff.
Dumb shit.
Like really dumb. I mean, to be fair, Andrew Tate was saying dumb shit.
He actually
like,
was though, wasn't he?
Yeah, like he was saying, if I have a girlfriend, I can go out and cheat on her, and as long as I come back to my girl at the end of the night. But if she does it with one other man, she's
and if she's successful and he gets on that plane, that's now his plane.
yeah, just shit.
What the fuck?
And he says like ruin a property and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
And he tried to give a reason for that, and he's like, no, I said women a property because I look after them, all this and that. But you can't say
and the
that.
man literally gives them away when they get married.
Yeah, you can't say that.
No.
Like you can't say that.
But then he would say true things like, you see that tree? Big, innit? You think it's beautiful? Well, not really, because think about how many other trees around it I had to kill to get that big.
Mm.
Just things like that, that's wisdom, that is.
I think the reason why he blew up on, because it all came from TikTok realistically. Like he went on
There's people
podcasts.
clipping him and shit.
Yeah, he went on podcasts. People started clipping his whatever he was saying, and I think the reason he became so popular is because I'd say 30-40% of what he's saying was sensible and right. The other 60%, he was just saying the most outrageous shit to get his name out there, to make money and to do everything else.
Worked, didn't it?
It worked. I mean, he was everywhere.
He must be all man on the planet.
Yeah.
At one point.
And he fucking had a theme song after him.
Yeah.
Like, he literally, that he didn't even do that. Like, someone on TikTok was clipping up his clips, they put that sound on it, and now that's just he's got a theme song.
He's got an emergency meeting.
How much main character energy is that? Like, fucking hell. Like, you need to be a fucking alpha to have a theme song.
That's insane, isn't it? My guy's got a theme song to life.
My guy's got a walking WWE.
Yeah, literally. He's like Shawn Michaels fucking coming down, isn't it? Like, but yeah, I don't know. Like, obviously, Andrew Tate is a controversial topic. It's hard to know if he's innocent, guilty.
I don't think anyone will know. Everyone will have their opinions about him.
Yeah.
Take what he says with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
He does talk sense sometimes.
Most of
the time he's talking crap.
In terms of like, I feel like the one thing he has got absolutely completely spot on is this generation of men are weak.
Yeah.
Like they are.
Yeah.
A lot of them are. I mean, if you want to be that, and you're in that way inclined, and you want to sort of live your life that way, that's okay. In general, that's fine. But I find that a lot of people like that will attack men for going to the gym and attack men for trying to get their testosterone up and be a man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not saying a proper man, but you know, be a
masculine.
Be masculine, and you know, like I said earlier, I like going to the gym. I like lifting weights. I like doing this and that. But people see that as a bad. Like some of these people see that as a bad thing. Like,
that's someone society though with technology and social media. We've made a wave of pussies.
Yeah.
Basically.
They just you know, don't leave their house. If you fucking say anything to them, they cry. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, just grow up a bit.
Yep.
Like, you know, I'm not saying that everyone has to be like that.
Life's too easy now. There's no reason for a bloke or anyone for that matter to go out and work on himself in that way.
Yeah.
There's no need to work on yourself in that way anymore. Life's got too easy for the
like you can just do nothing.
You can literally just do nothing.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Shouldn't be like that.
No.
But
that's what society did over the years. We've just created a wave of people that rely too much on the existing foundations that our predecessors built.
Yeah.
Now we're just riding that wave of the easy life now. But I say easy life, it's a more stressful life these days because of how many times you pick up the phone to talk to an automated bloody robot instead of a human
trying
being.
to get a doctor's appointment.
Just trying to get a doctor's appointment, you can only ring within that 1 hour in the morning. Like, it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's like, you have to ring up at 8 o'clock. You ring up at 8:01. There's 60 people in the queue.
Yeah, by the time you get to number one, there's no appointments left.
Yeah, literally.
And it's like, why do they think it's a good idea to cram all that into one? And it's just things like this, right? That's not even the one. That's just one example of thousands and thousands of things in your life that could be made a lot more stress-free.
It's the thing.
If they just use their brain.
If you are we're lucky we have the NHS in this country, of course.
Sure.
But if you are ill, or if you've got something wrong with you and you just need to go to your GP, you're pretty fucked, aren't you?
Yeah, you can't do it. You can't get in front of your GP anymore.
Like, without doing it privately, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't even have a dentist.
No.
Like, because
you can't get dentists.
You can't. Like, I literally.
They've actually stopped the NHS lists for dentists.
They haven't, right? Because I emailed 15 different dentists in my town, and one of them, all 14 of them rejected me, saying no. One of them said, you can go on the NHS waiting list, but it's 5 years.
Oh.
5-year waiting list for a dentist.
You got on the list?
No.
That's crazy. That's dumb.
Because I want to eventually just do it privately.
But I also don't think there's anything wrong with everyone having to pay for insurance for your healthcare.
No.
I think that's completely fine.
But I think
you get better treatment.
I think the issue is the NHS is good.
It's on its knees.
But not as a service, it's good. I feel like it's not them that are actually they're not the ones obviously putting themselves on their knees. It's the idiots that go to A&E with a headache.
Yeah. Oh.
Like, what are you doing? You're just wasting thousands of pounds on.
Yeah.
You know, you got people with fucking, you know, hole in their heads and, you know, in A&E, and there's someone with fucking sprained arm or something. Just go home.
Yeah, just go and get over it.
Or like people who go to.
That's really bad advice, actually.
Or like people who go to the doctors to get prescribed paracetamol. They're 20p.
Jeez, that's not a thing, is it? People don't get
That is
No.
you can get prescribed paracetamol. It's £9. It costs the government £9 every prescription of paracetamol. And because
you
most
can buy it from a shop for 20p.
Yeah.
but most people that do that are on benefits, obviously, so they get it for free. So every single time that's costing the NHS £9.
That's actually crazy.
And if you ring up, make an appointment, you miss it, that's costing them another couple £100.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, yeah. People who go to A&E with minor problems, just allow it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're not gonna die.
Yeah, obviously if you've got something wrong, you go to the bloody hospital, but
Yeah, just ring 111.
yeah. Oh yeah, just ring one. They'll do an assessment and they'll tell you whether you need to go or not.
Yeah.
Like, they're pretty good with that sort of stuff.
I mean, I haven't had a GP appointment in a while. I think the last time I went to A&E was when I ate nuts, and that was about 8 years ago. Oh yeah, I'm allergic to nuts. So I went to. I might as well tell this story now I've mentioned it. So I was about 13, 14, and I'd never tried nuts in my life because I just didn't really like the look of them. I thought, you know what I mean? Like, I just didn't like the look of them. You know what I mean? I was just like, nah, they're all there. I'll just leave them.
Just leave them.
I'll just leave them. But my mum, she brought home some food. It was like some sort of curry or something, and it turns out it had cashew nuts in it. Obviously, we didn't know I was allergic to nuts because I never had them before, never had a reaction. So I ate that, and then she was like, oh, I got some dessert as well, walnut cake.
So you had so many
double
nuts.
whammy.
Wow.
I ate, she gave me a little slice, like, it was like, you know, like, how like an angel cake is, like a sort of, like them cakes. She cut off a little slice, I ate it, I was like, oh, that's nice, can I have some more? So I had a second serving.
What?
And I was laying in bed, I was like, fucking hell, I'm well itchy. I was like proper itchy. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is weird. I tried to go sleep. I was like, I'll sleep it off, alright? And then I went downstairs. I was like, Mum, feel a bit itchy. And she was like, I had shorts on, I think. She looked at my legs and she was like, Jesus Christ. And literally, she like lifted my jumper up to look at my back, and she said, literally, from head to toe, I was just covered in like red spots. Whoa. You know, just mad, like itching like crazy. Went to A&E. Flipping, got put on like a drip, you know, shit. Like, I was dead.
I don't know why I'm laughing, it's you explaining it, I don't know, it's just like dead nuts.
It was dead. It was actually dead. Like, I don't even like nuts.
You've got a real hatred for nuts, isn't it?
I actually do. Fuck, man. Like, I was fucking, you know, I'm spare the details, but I was fucking, you know, just getting it all out my system. Filling up bedpans left, right and centre, fucking... Jesus, I must have lost about 2 stone that day.
Oh. Oh my god.
And then they were like, oh yeah, we need to do blood tests now. And at this point, I was shit scared of needles. So I was like, no!
Oh, great.
So I was like, oh, do we have to? I was like, I'm fine now. I was like, I'm alright, the swelling's gone, you know? Can I just go home? They're like, no, we need to do blood tests. I'm like, no.
No. Oh god. Oh.
I mean, yeah, that's... hate them. But yeah, let's move on from that, because I can feel my blood boiling second by second. Jake, mate, what's been going on with music? Because I hear you're you are I'm not, in terms of music. I'm a bit of a boomer.
Yeah.
But I heard that you are quite in terms of the trends. So what's...
Yeah, so I do a lot of rap and things like that.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have heard, but like recently, I don't know if you know, but there's a lot of like people. That was it. That's what I want to talk about. There's a lot of so people would say stuff that they've done in these lyrics, Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard
And
about this.
and you know the government and all that kind of stuff
Yeah.
would be using their lyrics against
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
In like court, like
Yeah,
legit.
in like literally
Yeah,
court
I've
and all
seen
that
that.
kind of stuff. And I don't think that's fair, personally, because it's all in your mind and
It's
it's
not
also
an admission, is it?
Yeah, and not all, not everyone's actually saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go kill someone," and actually does it. You know, but it's a mindset that you might come across and you might think about.
It's just an expression.
Everyone has their thoughts and all that kind of stuff.
But like personally, I think this sort of, not this generation, but this modern trend of like modern UK drill where everyone's talking about putting someone in a spliff and like I think that's so dead.
Put 'em in split.
Yeah, like or shanking your nan or like, you know what I mean? Like, why?
Like I thought
It's so violent, like all the time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But about that whole, lyrics thing, I think I saw something a few years ago because I know Bobby Schmurder went to jail for his lyrics in the Hot
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Because he was talking about selling crack in 5th grade and
Yeah.
doing all that shit, and he was saying about all his guns and that, and they raided his flat and he had loads of guns and drugs and everything. So they used his song just to raid his apartment.
That's what they've been doing about gangs like what OTF. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. It's like what Young Thug and all that are involved in. And Young Thug's gone to jail recently. Well, not jail, but he's going to court and all that kind of stuff. Because it's like apparently his team, if you like, are a gang.
Right. It's like producers.
Yeah, so they're all just kind of just mixing up lyrics and using that against them and all that kind of stuff. So I don't think that's fair personally, because
it's not going to be fair in every case. There is going to be some cases where it is true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot of it is.
I mean, look at Melly, YNW Melly. I'm sure you've heard of YNW Melly, Murder on My Mind. That song. Murder on My Mind.
I don't know.
Oh, basically, he speaks about killing his friends.
Yeah. I know you.
And he actually has. So.
I know we chilled one night.
But it's not been proven yet. It hasn't been proven.
Right. So who was that guy? Because I know one night we were chilling and we had a couple of drinks and we were listening to someone. I can't remember who it was, but his songs were almost like a storyline. He got shot like 9 times or something.
Oh, Little TJ, yeah,
Yeah.
recently. A little bit like 50 Cent back in the day.
Yeah.
See, I respected that more because it was almost like he was, his songs were just his life, like he'd actually lived it, you know what I mean? Like, obviously I respected 50 Cent back in the day because a lot of these rappers and stuff, they'll say stuff, but they've never ever done it.
Yeah, they're not about
But
it,
like,
really.
50 Cent, obviously, like he was saying like, he got shot how many times, and he actually did.
Yeah.
Like, there's, more proof in the pudding.
Yeah.
And that little TJ guy,
Yeah.
such a boomer, and I.
That little TJ guy.
TJ guy.
Yeah, but I
guess what? This is going on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you mean it's going on? Obviously, it's going on YouTube.
What do you mean?
No, do you know, guys? This podcast is actually on YouTube. I don't know if you're watching it or not.
Yeah, I don't know if you got.
No, you know what I mean.
No.
I was good because I was saying the YouTube. I was like, it's going on the YouTube.
Oh, boomer, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going on the YouTube.
Yeah.
The YouTubes.
The YouTubes.
But yeah, I did find that quite cool. I mean, I do like rap. I do like grime and stuff like that. But I feel like, like modern drill, they're just saying words like a lot of the time. Like,
I'll chef you up.
yeah, just put your nan in a spliff, or I'll fucking, shank your uncle, or I'll wet this man up.
Put your nan in a split.
You know what I mean? It's just random shit. Like, I saw this one, and he was doing a fucking, I don't know if you guys have seen this because it's on TikTok. Jake might have seen this, but he was doing like a sample of a song, and one of the lyrics he was like, "I'm begging you, link me in the field, you pussy." And I was just like, how?
That's good.
Yeah, literally. So obviously, what was that song? I'm begging you, something. Like, it was an old song, like back in like R&B song back in the day. And he put that in a drill song. It was so dead. It was so dead.
They do that sometimes, don't they? Sort of get an old song.
I feel like a lot of modern music is just old samples. I don't know if you find that as well, like the beats.
A
and
lot.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the time, yeah.
And it's kind of annoying.
But it's also how much can you make before it's already been made?
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like a lot of people say that there were lack creativity and lack originality, but there is only so many beats you can make. Surely.
Yeah, I mean, yes, the combinations is billions.
Yeah.
It's the combination is billions, but it's going to get to a point where it's harder to make new original content because it sounds too much like something.
Yeah,
that's
it's
already
going
out
to be
there.
similar to something else and always will be.
Because we've made too much.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're getting close to doing all the combinations of notes, etc., and the music, because that's impossible.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be a number that we haven't even, like, the combinations is crazy. But the fact is, we've made so much now, where it's hard to make something that doesn't already sound like something we've already made. That's the hard bit, I think.
Yeah, it's a lot of old stuff, but like a lot of it they just are bangers. Like a lot of the old beats and a lot of the old songs.
They are, so they just put it and just cross reference it.
Yeah.
Or just...
I mean, I like sort of like old school, rap and R&B and hip hop. Late 90s, early 2000s. That sort of music. Like Biggie
His
Smalls.
favourite song used to be Fireflies.
No.
What, Owl City?
Owl City.
No, it never was.
Dee-lee-dee-dee-dee.
It never was my favourite song.
Yeah, I bet I used to play it every day.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He used to think that all his toys would come alive at night when we were asleep.
That was sick,
It's
bro.
not Toy Story, bro.
Yeah.
That's jokes.
What else is going on then?
Was that it?
Yeah, that's really what I really want to talk about. As in, people just cross-reference.
What about Drake?
I don't really know. Obviously, the X thing that's going on, but it's all just.
Is that the girl he made a song about or something?
No, so basically, X is obviously X.
You're so boomer.
Oh, XXX.
Yeah.
XXX.
I thought I meant
Obviously,
Tentacion.
when he died, he goes, if anyone kills me, it's Drake. At Champagne Pappy, and obviously it's Drake on it. That's Instagram.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff going around saying like, oh yeah, Drake put a hit out on X and all that kind of
Because he
stuff.
raps about it in his music.
Yeah, he raps about it.
Like
What
Drake
was
was
it?
saying.
Triple X. I don't know. I'm not gonna sing the song.
Triple X put a
Triple
body
X.
on his head.
Obviously,
I can't remember.
I'm upset. You've heard that song,
Yeah.
Drake. I'm upset.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, if you listen to that lyrics, it would say like Triple X, and then it'll go. Basically, mention an X, and all that kind of stuff, and he's done it in like multiple songs as well. He's done it in like 3 or 4 songs, and so people just like, he had to go court and all that kind of stuff because the Killers have recently.
Been disproven.
Yeah, or something like that.
It wasn't actually them who killed him.
No, it was them who killed him, obviously. But they were trying to get the truth out to see if do you know Drake, and all that kind of stuff, because they think that he actually did get a hit out on Drake.
So that's weird because
DMT, Drake, there's a song called DMT. It's like similar to one of X's songs.
Right.
And that's why the feud came about in the first place.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because apparently one of them, copied each other's songs. Which
Drake
did.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, he did.
But that happens a lot though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like you take inspiration from other people's lyrics and whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, from my outsider's perspective on this, like, because obviously Drake, as is very mainstream, whereas a lot of these guys aren't. So I, obviously, just from an outsider's perspective, I didn't think he'd be involved in that sort of shit. But is he? I don't know. Like, is there something there?
Yeah. Personally, I think maybe. I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I think it might not have been him, but he might have said something to someone, and that person has said something to that person. I think there was a middleman in there. I don't feel like it was Drake, but I feel like he knows.
I feel like
he knows.
Yeah.
Who's done it, or who put the hit out on him. But he might have suggested it, and it's gone ahead and done it. If that makes sense, I don't think, and it's actually happened.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I feel like Drake knows. If he didn't do it, I feel like he knows. Because
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's too convenient. Triple X got something fucking da-da-da on my head.
I just see him as the guy who goes, I know where the highlight bling. You know what I mean? I just see him as that guy, like just fucking like harmless sort of.
Yeah.
Like I know he's done samples on drill and stuff before with like Stormzy and that, but I never thought he was in that sort of world because I see it as like two different things. Like you've got like rap and that. And then you've got the other side of it as well, where everyone's in gangs and everyone's fucking trying to kill each other.
Yeah, like the Crips and all that.
Mm.
Blood and Crips.
Yeah.
We need a new Tekashi song.
No,
He's dead.
We don't want another.
He's not actually dead,
song.
but he's just dead.
Yeah, you don't want another.
Remember when
6ix9ine
you went through your 6ix9ine phase?
Yeah.
Every
Okay.
time I'd come round it, it'd be playing like a full playlist, like his whole like discography or something. Was playing.
No, you're not a 6ix9ine.
He's actually dead.
I just liked how unique his music was.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it was good.
I mean, I listen to it now, I don't think it's good.
Unique's not good. Well, no, unique can be good.
It
Unique
can be.
doesn't mean good always.
I don't know. I kind of liked how crazy it was.
Yeah, he was mental. I think I showed you that clip when he was on a podcast, and he was like, "Yeah, all these guys came running up and they were with guns, and they were like, no, 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 no." And the producer was like, "I've never heard a gun like that."
Oh yeah.
He was like, "No, no, no." It was so fucking funny, man. He's like, all these guys came up the stairs and like, I was dying. But that's one of the only things I see. Like, his music videos are outrageous.
Oh, was it Tim Westwood TV?
I don't know who that is.
Oh.
Yeah, I know he was just on a podcast. Or
Yeah, and it was a guy, because the guy hated him.
Yeah.
Did not like him.
Yeah, he
at
was
all.
like, I've never heard a gun sound like that.
Yeah, and he hated him as well because he was like, I don't care, I would never have snitched.
Yeah.
And Tekashi
That's
was
the thing, like...
you don't know you don't know where I've been, you don't know what I've been doing.
See, that's the thing, because I'm pretty sure, you can obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking one of his, in one of his songs, he was like, "Police pull up on me, I don't know what happened," or something like that, saying he wouldn't snitch.
Yeah.
That was one of his old songs, maybe.
Yeah, it would have been there.
He was saying,
It would have definitely said that.
police pull up on you, you can get to chatting or yapping or something like that. He said something like, if this guy, the police come up on him, he's going to start talking, but if they come to me, I'm not.
Yeah.
And then he
He said a few things back in the day that said
he's contradicted, yeah. But then obviously he went to court and just grassed everyone basically, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know too much about that case.
There was a
I
reason
don't
behind
really
it.
know a lot about that.
There was a reason behind it, right? Basically, it was like, say I had to go to court and I had to basically either protect your ass and drop you in it, or do I protect you and drop you in it?
Right.
It was like that.
So it's like conflicting interests.
Yeah,
Like,
it wasn't straight up Takeshi going, "Oh yeah, I'll just tell you everything I know."
But what about if he took the rap?
It was, "I'm gonna put this guy in prison unless you tell me otherwise."
But what if he took the rap for it? Could he not have gone to prison and saved two of them? Is that not a thing? Or would he have incriminated someone if he...
Well, no, because if
Well, I guess
the courts knew he didn't do it, but they knew he knew something, right? They're
You
not
have to take that oath and all that bullshit.
Yeah,
don't you?
you can't just admit to all the crimes and take the hit for everyone.
Well, he wouldn't do that anyway, would he?
No, he wouldn't do that, of course not. But even if he could have, and that is a thing, if the courts know you definitely didn't do it, then you can't just say I did it and they're gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
If they know 100% that you didn't do it, do you see what I'm saying? You can't just take all the rap, because then the courts they're not happy knowing that the person's still out there.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So it's not like a straight up, he snitched on everybody. It was just, I think, obviously it's bad because, I think in his case he could have just saved the other two.
Yeah.
I think he could have. I think that's what the snitching, the whole thing was about. He could have just took the rap for him.
Wasn't he in prison for a little bit?
Yeah, he was in prison for
Because didn't he release a song while he was in prison?
No, he wrote an album when he was in prison.
Right.
When he was in prison, he got a record. He basically got a deal. He got paid 30+ million, but he had to produce an album. Now, when he got put on house arrest after he come out of prison, he had to take everything out of his mum's house. Yeah, he put his car wrap on the walls, right? He put his car wrap, the multicolour rainbow wrap that he had, all on the walls and everything. And then he just got loads of milk, got Nicki Minaj around, and just literally made a music video in his mum's living room.
Yeah, I remember seeing that video. That was terrible.
when he's basically just like drinking milk off her ass.
Yeah, that was so weird.
Yeah.
I hated every single minute of that. I'm not gonna lie. I hated it. It was so dead.
See, I think that's funny. I watch that because I get entertained by that.
Yeah, because you're weird.
No, not the fact.
I don't want to see. He's just. He's just too much for me. Like, I can get behind. I like sort of low key rappers.
He's got one low key song maybe.
I like.
Girly.
You know, I like Dave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sort of like the low key melody sort of shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like the. I feel like it's just shouting.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like.
Basically, it's just.
Yeah, like just shouting down the
He pretty
mic,
much is
like,
just shouting.
Bruv, I've got my earphones in. You don't need to shout at me. You know what I mean? Like, just give me a smooth melody.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But another thing I wanted to actually mention is it's so dead.
Oh, no.
This is so dead. So I came round the other day, and these guys. Well, Charlie was like, "Oh yeah, me and Jake have been playing this new mobile game."
Ooh, I know what's coming
Yeah,
out.
so I was driving shop. Charlie was like, "Oh yeah, I'm playing this new mobile game recently. It's called South Park Phone Destroyer." And I looked at him and I was like, "No." I was like, "That's been out for like 4 years." And he's like, "No, it ain't." I was like, "Yeah, it has." So anyway, I've got obviously my tweets is reading up. I've got like a tablet, so I played it when it first came out. So I re-downloaded it because obviously these guys are playing it. Like, I think no matter how shit a game is, if you're playing it with other people, it's just funny.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you could play anything, and if you're with your mates, it's just
Better.
jokes.
Better.
Like, yeah. So I re-downloaded this game, and I was playing it, and Charlie tells me a story how him and Jake literally spent a whole day
18 hours.
just playing this mobile game.
We played that game for 18 hours straight.
Yeah, boy.
And I don't think sometimes we wouldn't even talk for like 3 hours. We would just play in South Park Phone Destroyer, collecting them phones.
That's so dead. Because the thing you guys always do this with mobile games. You'll fucking get a game, you'll sweat it for like 2 weeks, and then dead.
Yeah, because it is only a phone game, isn't it?
But like, say, because I said to you that they stopped their regular updates like 100 days ago.
Oh, I'm
like,
deleting the game.
Yeah. So I mean, like, you can't do that. You're nowhere
I'm
near.
deleting the game.
You're nowhere near finished.
What do you mean? What? I'm nowhere near finished.
No.
Well, they're finished with the game, so I'm finished with it.
No, that's not how you
No.
complete the game.
Yeah, it means they've finished completing the game. It means it's a perfect game.
Well, it's not. It's dead.
No.
No.
The thing is, I can't even say that because I've been playing it as well.
Yeah, you're hooked, mate.
I'm
You're absolutely hooked.
All I hear from downstairs in the middle of the night is Phone Destroyer. And you just hear Dolby. It's like, yeah, look at him go.
But yeah, guys, if you're looking for a new mobile game to play, South Park Phone Destroyer.
Join the squad.
Join the squad. It's called ASBO.
Asboy.
Antisocial behaviour order.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what ASBO stands for, mate. But
You might not.
but yeah, if you want a new mobile game to play, what would you guys rate out of 5?
10.
What
I mean,
game?
5.
You just said you were deleting it, bruv.
It's a sick game.
Out of 5.
Out of 5,
I would say a 4.5.
I'll say 3.5.
Oh!
Really? Why 3.5?
Because I know you guys don't agree with me that it's pay to win.
It's not pay to win. We just got the battle pass for free.
No, but how much grinding did that take?
18 hours.
That's what I mean. If you could just pay £4 and get it instantly, and then you'd be so much more OP than everyone at your level.
Sometimes.
That's what pay to win means.
No, because now I put that 18 hours, I'll save myself £4 and I'm just as powerful.
Yeah, but £4's £4.
Yeah, but I've just.
What was it?
Just because you could just.
I'm as powerful as them now.
Yeah, now. But what if someone your level spent another £20 on the game, and then come up against you, get wrecked?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're
Not
dead.
all the time, it depends. Because obviously, that's why I like it, because
Yeah.
the cards, it's
But
all
surely-
random.
Surely, if you get so many good level 3
No,
levels,
because
or
you
whatever.
could spend £20, Jay, and you can just get dead cards.
Yeah, but what if you get good cards?
But then you
Then
get
you
good
get
cards.
but you paid for that. But also, no, pay to win in my eyes, right, is where you can't get to the end of the game or get anywhere close to being as powerful as people that have paid for it. That's pay to win for me. Whereas this game, you can be as powerful as everybody else without putting a penny into it.
It's long, though.
It's long, but technically it's not pay to win because you can do it. You've got access to do it. Whereas something like Diablo Immortal, you physically cannot be generally nowhere near as good as somebody that spends £100,000 on it.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I think it's pay to win on a smaller scale though.
Yeah, it's tiny. Yeah.
Like
I mean,
a small, like if you.
I suppose technically, if you put money into it, you can be a little bit more powerful.
Because
Than
you get better
everybody
cards
else.
and more upgrades.
You get
surely,
more of the same cards will level it up.
That's
and all
what
that
I mean.
sort
Like
of shit,
surely
yeah.
that's what pay to win means, no?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Because it's like I'll take an example from FIFA. Like I can go on Ultimate Team.
That is pay to win.
No, but it's not. using your guys' arguments, it's not because you can earn the cards.
Yeah, but I wouldn't really say FIFA's pay to win. I think that's just
But
a
it
money
is.
thing. It's not pay to win.
It is.
No, listen.
No,
Yes,
it is.
it is.
FIFA is like the most pay to win.
It is, for sure, bro.
Yeah, but okay, you can pay for things.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean to win you have to pay.
No,
No,
that's
you don't,
not
but that's
pay
that-
to win.
So that's not pay to win then, is it?
No, what
if
you're
you don't
saying
have
is
to
not
pay
No,
to
but
win.
it is.
Yeah, it is. It's
It is.
Pay to win is like, bro, you buy something to
And you get better
yeah,
characters.
and you get
or, yeah.
more advanced than other people. You're
Yeah.
No,
Like,
it's a
I'm-
payment
I'm-
option.
I'm a pretty good player. So like if I come up to someone that's if I come up to someone who's a similar skill level to me and they've got a better team than me, 95% of the time they're winning, right? And I feel like it's the same with that game as well.
Yeah, I suppose.
Because if you come, so what's your rank, like 2,000 or something?
Yeah.
If you come up against 2,000, 2,100 player and they've got bare level 3s and bare shit, they're gonna beat you.
yeah.
That's pay to win, is it not?
Suppose.
It is. But yeah, anyway, enough about that dead
Yeah.
mobile game. The latest Misfits event, which was Misfits 005 in
5.
Milton Keynes, I believe it was.
Yeah, boy.
I think this was possibly the worst Misfits card.
For sure. I'd agree with
Yeah.
that. I'd agree with that.
Yeah. Because the Misfits 1, you had KSI, double opponent. 2 was, I think, Jay Swindler again, wasn't it? 2.
Yeah.
And then 3 was something.
Shit, I can't remember.
4 was the last KSI fight. And then
5 is obviously.
5 was this one. So, yeah, the card wasn't that great.
I mean, Dean the Great looked good.
Yeah.
Dean the Great looked good.
Who did?
Jay didn't look as good as I thought.
I see. It's actually I think that result was quite controversial. I think if it was me, I probably would have gone a draw
Right, that's interesting.
because Jay landed less.
Yeah.
But he made up for it because he landed more power punches. But I feel like it equals out because Nick landed a lot more punches than Jake.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you were really itching, like if the judge really didn't want to give a draw, wanted to give it one way, I really think it could have gone to Nick.
Really?
Just because of the sheer punches landed.
Yeah.
Like he landed a lot. And I feel like Jay maybe underestimated him a little bit.
Yeah.
And he might have even got PMT, pre-match tension, pre-game tension, whatever, because it was his hometown, all the crowd was there for him.
Yeah.
Maybe that got to him a little bit, but yeah, I think Nick probably edged it for me. It's fair. I think a draw would have been a fair result, but if you had to give it to someone, I think Nick for me.
I think I still would have given it to Jay, just because he was clearly the better boxer.
Yeah, he was, but does that matter?
Yeah.
He looked better in the
No,
technical
more technical.
sense,
Yeah, he was more
but,
technical.
like-
I think that deserves score. I think that deserves points on the scorecard.
But he didn't land a lot. He missed.
Maybe he
a lot.
hurt him.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think for me a draw is a fair result.
Draw. I mean, it could. I wouldn't have been. I don't think it would have been that controversial if you said it. If he announced it a draw.
Like I think it's like if you were to put it into like a percentage sort of thing,
Yeah.
out of 100%, I feel like 90% would have been a draw, and then like 5% it could have gone either way because I really think it was that close.
Yeah.
Like it was like I thought. I mean, I was thinking Nick's getting knocked out first round because I mean, have you ever heard of him?
No.
He's got like 20 mil subs.
Really?
Yeah.
Bloody hell! I never heard of the kid.
It's because all he does is YouTube Shorts.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Why don't you just do your YouTube shorts?
Weird. I
That's
don't
weird,
know, like,
actually.
but yeah, he did a lot better than I expected. I think it was a lot closer than because I know it went to a review. Some sort of boxing
Yeah.
body did a review and they stuck with the result with the Jay win.
Yeah.
But I really do think it was a draw or
Yeah.
close.
I think Jay I just don't think they could deny it on the scorecards against Jay. I think that was the only reason why it went his way.
But yeah, I think all in all, like we said, it's close.
Yeah.
It was close. Like, obviously, I'm leaning more not towards Nick. You're leaning more towards. It's just your preference in boxing, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
you know, whoever takes centre ring, whoever does this or that. You know, it's just your personal preference. But you know, obviously there was. I know you didn't watch it live and you watched some other fights, but I think one of the fights was the worst fight on Misfits we've ever seen, and that was Ginty versus Halal Ham.
Oh yeah. What
it was
that?
so dead.
Nobody's seen it.
Yeah, literally, like they barely threw.
That Ginty's weird in my opinion.
He's so weird.
Like, I don't know. I didn't like that fight match. I didn't like that match. I don't like Halal Ham either.
No.
I'm not a big fan of him either.
Yeah, it was so boring.
Mm.
I know KSI tweeted a picture of him like in bed, and he was just like me after Ginty versus Halal Ham, and he was just sleeping. And I think is it Mans Taylor, the owner of it. He was like, I didn't like this Ginty versus Halal Ham fight. If you're going to box, you have to actually throw punches and be entertaining if you want to be on Misfits. Like he said if either of you have a fight like that again, then you're not going to fight again. Because obviously they've both fought. I think Ginty's fought like 3 times now.
Right.
He fought on the first Kingpin event, which was the TikTok event. I don't know if you guys have heard.
Yeah, I
It's,
think
yeah.
Chef Day, not Chef Day. Simple Simon versus Ed Matthews.
Right.
It was them two was the main event, and then it was like I think like Astrid Wet was on there as well.
Right.
Oh yeah, she was on Misfits as well.
Yeah,
Astrid
she
Wet.
won, didn't she?
She won.
That was a good fight.
Yeah, no. It was a scrap.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It was a scrap.
It was entertaining.
But fuck me.
It wasn't actually good boxing, but obviously.
No,
but
they were just fucking.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just throwing left, right, and centre. It was entertaining.
Yeah, it was entertaining.
And another thing I think was actually really good, and I really hope they don't oversaturate this with bare fights. But the tag team match, I actually found that quite entertaining.
That worked better than I thought it would.
Yeah, because mate,
The
realistically,
only problem was I saw in that though, right? Yeah, is the tagging.
Yeah.
That was the only.
Well, it's the first one, isn't it?
Yeah, like you know when it's a bit unfair if you're trying to tag out and you're
Yeah.
still getting mashed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? Like, I feel like you don't want to put so many rules on it because it would probably take away from the flow, but maybe
Yeah.
there should be a limit on how many times you can tag a round, maybe. Like 3
Or
or 4.
maybe if you start the round, you've got to finish the round, but you can tag in between rounds.
Yeah, you could do in between, but I mean,
Yeah.
Pineda could have beaten both
Oh yeah,
by himself.
yeah,
I mean, I think he was actually reluctant to tag B. David.
he was. Yeah,
Like, he was just like, oh, I better just do it. And then
Yeah.
B. Dave came in, he was mashing him up. I was like, go on, lad.
yeah. The power punches.
Yeah,
Right?
he was mashing them up. And then, what was the other fight? It was, who was King Kenny facing?
Oh, that.
Raksu?
Yeah, Raksu. Yeah, he was fucking.
He's a beast. He
Yeah.
is a beast.
Yeah.
And King Kenny's last couple of fights have been dodgy at best.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how he got the win. Was it Phase temporary beat?
Face temporary and just beat.
He shouldn't have beat
Shouldn't
him.
have beat him.
He got battered.
Face temporary actually won that.
Did
fight.
that get overturned? Was that? Oh no, that's the Eastern Gift fight that got overturned, wasn't it, against Taylor Holder?
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, that's.
Wait, are you sure King Kenny didn't have one that was overturned?
I think he might have
I
done.
think he did.
Yeah.
I think it might have been that one. I don't know.
But yeah, that's the Misfits card, and
Yep.
any other boxing news? Oh, I've got one. Fury Usyk.
Fury Usyk.
Greedy belly.
Innit?
Greedy belly.
Greedy belly.
Yeah, I love Usyk. I think
Yeah.
it's jokes. You know when he was sort of first coming into it, and I was telling you about the what was that thing he was saying?
He goes, oh, I know what you mean. Oh.
What's that thing he was saying?
He goes, no, I was it. He goes, how do you feel? He goes, I feel.
Yeah, it's like, I'm very feel.
I'm very feel.
But yeah, he's jokes, and he was saying, obviously they were doing the negotiating, because if I'm right, I think Usyk has 3 belts? Or does Tyson have 3
Tyson has 3, has 2. But it's the first time that any one person could hold all 5
five,
belts
yeah.
in 20 years.
That's another problem I have with boxing. Why is there so many belts? I know it's all the
Yeah.
different federations and all this and that, but it's too much. Like, you don't have 5 heavyweight belts. You shouldn't
Yeah, you
have
should just have one.
1 or 2.
Yeah.
Well, you should have 2 because you obviously have the WBC.
Yeah, I get the whole federation thing, but the thing that pisses me off about boxing the most is, like, obviously there's 2 different things. So you've got DAZN, BT, Eddie Hearn, and Frank Warren. But if the 2 biggest fighters in the heavyweight division are on the opposite sides, they're not going to fight just due to that, and that really, really annoys me.
Yeah.
Like, just have one division, just have everyone under the same bracket,
Yeah.
even if it's like a co-promotion sort of thing. I know it won't work. I know it won't work because Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn, they've got 2 big egos to let that
Oh,
work.
yeah.
But all these mandatories and all these things that have to go on, just give us the big fights, because boxing is dying.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like modern boxing, not influenced.
To be
boxing.
fair, boxing's dead now.
Yeah, you've got Fury Usyk and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, when that's gone,
What else?
what are you going to get? A Tyson Wilder 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what else?
Joshua. I mean, he's fighting next month, and hardly anyone
Is he?
knows about it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
I've seen no coverage
That's
on
what
that.
I mean. He's fighting some random guy in the O2.
Oh, he's not doing journeyman shit.
I don't know who he's fighting. Never heard of him.
That's crazy.
But like,
That's insane.
yeah, obviously, the whole thing with Usyk. So they have agreed to a 70-30 split in terms of Tyson because he's greedy.
Greedy belly.
But yeah, Usyk agreed to that as long as he donates £1 million to the Ukraine
To the Ukraine,
refugee fund, whatever. So I think that's actually been signed.
And for every day that goes by.
Every day he doesn't sign it, he has to do whatever.
Yeah, it takes 1%.
Yeah. So I think that's signed, sealed, and delivered now. I think we're going to have that fight in a few months' time.
It's April 27th.
Oh, that's close.
Yeah.
Next month.
Yeah.
Can't be that close, surely. Can't be that close.
It's May. Might be 27th of May.
Yeah, I feel like you'd need like a couple of months to like get it.
Well, it'd
set
have to
up.
be, I think, it's like 8 to 12 months.
Where is
8
it?
to 12 week now. Wembley.
Is it? Shit. So that's I really want to go to a big boxing event.
Yeah, I want to go to Wembley.
I wanted to. If AJ and Tyson agreed to fight, I would have done. When AJ was at the top of his game, I would have done anything to be there.
Yeah.
Because 2 massive British heavyweights.
That is a bit of a jump lead for boxing, that fight.
Yeah.
If
It's
they
still a-
made that fight,
It's still a big fight technically, but I feel like AJ just would not stand a chance.
No.
I really feel like Tyson would batter him.
I think Deontay Wilder beats AJ as well.
Yeah, just because of the pure power.
Yeah, I just
I mean,
look, he can't handle Usyk.
No. No, I think the thing with AJ is he was at the top when there was no one else to
Yeah.
compete with.
Yeah,
You know, he obviously beat Klitschko. When
he was the best of a bad bunch.
Yeah, when the heavyweight division was dead.
Yeah,
So, and obviously Tyson came back and Wilder was there, and you know we've got Usyk now.
I feel like Tyson and AJ are just the alter egos of Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, literally.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. That's the only reason that fight didn't happen is because of them two.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with anybody else other than Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
They didn't make that match up. They could have. All they've got to do is do it.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
They would have made
That would have been probably bigger than Mayweather McGregor 2.
I think it's hard to gauge that because
Pay-per-views.
it's two different. But no, because if it was Tyson AJ, it's all boxing fans, right? But with Mayweather McGregor, you've got a crossover of two different fan bases.
Oh yeah, but I think but there's a limit. Like, so this is what I generally think. When enough people care about a fight, everyone's gonna watch it just because everyone's hyping it up.
I mean, I watched Mayweather McGregor.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people actually bought and watched that with their friends, and none of them watched boxing, but they watched that.
I mean, I even watched back in the day when I didn't even watch boxing. I watched, was it Mayweather Pacquiao?
Oh, that was huge.
Yeah, I didn't even know anything about boxing, but I still watched it.
Manny Pacquiao, what can I say his name properly?
Oh, another thing as well that I saw, apparently, I can't believe I'm saying this, apparently there is agreements in place, or agreements that are going to be in place for there to be a tag team match between Sol Papi and Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather and KSI.
That'd be insane.
Tag team.
What, Mayweather and KSI on the same side?
Yeah.
Because Sol Papi and Pacquiao are both from the Philippines.
That would be crazy. Doing a tag team, that'd be jokes.
I actually think a better tag team would be KSI and Logan Paul versus the Tate brothers.
I saw that somewhere. I've seen someone talk about that.
Yeah,
That
that would be insane.
I think imagine if they
yeah, everyone would be on the YouTube side for it.
Yeah, it would be YouTube versus dickheads.
Imagine fucking like KSI and Deji as a tag team.
That won't happen because KSI will just make Deji look shit.
Yeah. Another thing. So, I want you guys to pick out of YouTubers.
Yep.
Who do you think would be the most jokes tag team? Like just the most dumbest shit. I've got a good one. I think.
What's yours?
I think their tag team name would be the Lanky Boys, and it would be Mini Minter and Cal Freezy.
Yeah.
The Lanks.
The Lanks.
I don't know.
Or like, okay, different question then. Out of the Sidemen, who do you think could be a tag team together?
Ooh.
Ethan and Harry.
That'd be jokes.
That'd be solid.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Alright, so now we're finished with that. Shall we move it on to Deny It?
Deny It.
Okay, so we're gonna give Charlie free reign of this one because he said he's got some mad stuff to talk about.
Well, it's not that crazy, and to be honest, it's not going to be a long segment. I just wanted to know your thoughts on this specific one.
Okay.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the government, but there's weather altering technology at play.
I've seen documentaries on this.
Weather control.
I know there's like,
everyday weather is physically being controlled.
I've seen that there's like some sort of like, is it some sort of like massive field thing where they've got like bare shit in and they like use it to control the weather. I've seen a document. I can't remember what it was exactly, but they've got some like in the middle of nowhere. There's this massive field with all this machinery and stuff.
Now that is a weather machine that can control the weather, obviously. But do you know what they used to use that? Back in the day, they used to control the weather for the battlefields.
Yes.
During fighting.
Yeah.
They used to make sure that it wasn't gonna, or they'd make sure that it was absolutely hammering it down, hailstone, everything, artificial snow, like they're making it snow in that specific area, so they can't fight.
Well, that's another thing as well. Like
That's weird.
A lot of the times when you watch war movies, or and obviously it's not real, but I don't know if this is just like a thing they do in the films, but every single scene it seems like pissing it down.
Oh yeah,
when they're in the trenches, like every scene, it's just
it's never a sunny day. Like what? Do you never get any sunny days during war?
Literally. I always find that pretty jokes.
Yeah.
It's like
it's a movie though. Obviously, they want to make it like soppy.
It's like I was saying to my mate after the Creed film, like every boxing film follows the same narrative of they lose, and then they
Yeah,
think
they
about
come-
quitting, and they come back and win.
Yeah,
I think that's every Rocky
That's
film.
every
Yep.
Rocky.
Every Creed film.
That's what I'm saying. There needs to be a blooming film where the
They
good
just
guy
lose.
just sucked,
Yeah,
and
that's,
in the
Oh.
next film and the next film
yeah.
Matches them up.
he comes.
I don't-
He has a
that's-
whole
But
recovery.
then that's the same, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same.
Keep it over 2 films.
Yeah. Alright, anyway, what?
Right,
what
weather
else?
control. Right
Yeah.
now, I've been seeing on TikTok. You know planes, yeah. You know they leave that that path. Yeah. That is apparently disposing of all of the shit they use to control the weather.
No.
No.
No, that's dead. So you'll see. I know I've seen stuff about this, like chemtrails and shit,
Yeah.
and people, fuck me, people think, right? Alright, I'm just saying this right now, yeah? If you believe this,
You're a fucking idiot.
you're nuts, right? So people actually think, yeah, that the trails, the planes leave in the sky, are mind-altering chemicals to control the human population. That's what people believe. That's what chemtrails are.
Really?
Yes.
Because I've seen it where it's them disposing of the how they use it is like all the shit for the machines, like gas.
Yeah.
Like that's.
Well, I
all-
guess it could. I mean, fuck me.
It's
could work
ridiculous.
both
Do you know what I
ways.
mean? It's ridiculous. Like, I've seen a couple of things, like a couple of explanations to why them trails are there, but it's not. It's just an airplane.
Yeah, it's just fuel.
It's a freaking airplane.
It's what? What do you think it's made out of? Fucking paper. You know what I mean, like,
That's
fuck
insane.
me. Like, there's got to be stuff coming out.
But do you
of
think
it.
our weather's being controlled?
No. No.
I hope not.
I really
I think we are on a little level. I think we do a little bit.
don't.
Okay.
No. I think the world itself is that crazy, and Mother Nature is that mental that anything can happen at any time. If the weather was being controlled, it'd be a lot better than it is.
No,
Yeah.
because we would need to make it rain. To make the earth work.
Yeah, but then why are there droughts?
Yeah, but when they say a drought, they don't actually mean everything's fucking dry enough. They just mean
Yeah, but
they
in,
don't have-
in some countries there are. So
Oh
if
yeah,
they got-
obviously.
If
Yeah.
they got weather, if they
But
got
when we get our hose pipe ban in England, it's not because our freaking things all dried up.
So fucking, if fucking, oh, you get a hose pipe back because it hasn't rained in their time, why don't they just make it rain? But they don't. So how can that be real?
True.
Like, how, in any way, how can that be real?
I agree. I mean, I don't actually think the weather's being controlled. I think when I say being controlled, I think the humans have a bit of an impact on the weather.
You can make some sort of artificial weather.
Yeah, I feel no, but yeah, but I feel like we impact the weather by. I feel like the weather would be a lot more up and down if we weren't here.
I think because of the impact we've had on the planet with CO2 emissions and everything like that, the weather has got worse.
Yeah, so we have effectively controlled the weather a little bit, but that's it. That's all. That's
Yeah,
the
but
only
that's
manipulation
not-
to the weather I think
But
we have.
I think the original point was that the government had like
This machine that
yeah,
controls the weather.
but yeah, saying like we control the weather, we don't. We've just fucked it.
Yeah.
But we have like
You know, weather machines do exist though.
yeah,
We can actually control the weather.
yeah.
The actual weather all the time isn't being controlled, no. But there is machines where you can control the weather. It's been documented where they've actually made fucking battlefields hail.
Okay, so on a weather believability, weather control machines. On what scale though? On any scale?
Very simply, do you believe our everyday weather is being controlled? Do you believe that?
0.
0. Same.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah, it's like 0. I don't think I believe in that shit.
How scary is the idea?
0. I don't think that's scary.
Well, you don't think it's scary that we might one day have a technology to be able to physically manipulate the world weather?
That'd be great.
I think that'll be good.
I think we're playing with fire with that one. So I'm going to say 4 out of 10. I think that's kind of scary. Because think of the shit that could happen.
Yeah, I think
That's scary.
at that point, I feel like there'd be so many conflicting people in power that it would never actually happen.
It probably never happened, but if it did,
Okay, if it did, I don't know, 3
yeah.
maybe. I just think that there would be so much power struggle and legality and laws and just everything around it that it would just never happen. Even if we had the facilities to do it, who's giving the green light on that? I think there'd be so many different people it would have to go through, and at least one of them would disagree, and then the whole thing's off.
Yeah, I don't think it will happen. I actually think that everything's going to be artificially controlled. I think weather is going to be included in that. I think the whole world is just going to go through an artificial state of being artificially designed by humans. I think humans are going to continue to design and architect to a point where everything is controlled by us.
Mm-hmm.
We are that universal organism that takes over everything. We're like a computer virus for the universe.
AI to some extent has taken over.
Yeah.
Because who hasn't got a phone, or who hasn't got a phone?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, it's getting more obviously now. But
Like
I just think it's going to get to a point where everything is artificially controlled.
Yeah, but also, I mean, it is getting to that point. Like, it's not getting to that point, but we've seen the starting steps already.
For sure. We know where it's coming from. We're going to be telling our grandkids, this is where it started.
Yeah.
When this came out, we
like
knew this was we knew this was the first step to fucking what we're at now. Like, we will be saying that to our grandkids. We're literally going to be saying, oh, this is when it started.
Yeah.
When this happened, this was the beginning of the end. That's what people are going to be saying.
So, Jake, I'm going to put you on the spot here. And to end off the podcast, I want you, don't incriminate yourself, okay? I want you to tell us a story.
A story?
About
Something that happened in your life that's a bit mad. You can use code names, or you can just say, oh, me and my mates. You don't have to...
Cool, you put me on the spot, I don't know.
Just think of something mad that happened to you when you were, you know, out doing something, or just doing anything.
I actually don't know. I don't. Off the top of my
No.
head, I genuinely can't.
You've got a story, bro.
You've definitely got a story.
I've got no story.
You definitely have.
A story.
You're 21. You have
I
stories.
don't really have good stories anymore.
Who not anymore?
Well, where did they go?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're just gone. They're gone.
Where do these stories
Nah, I
go?
actually don't know.
Alright, since Jake's story's disappeared,
Yeah, my story's gone.
so apparently, right,
I've got
so
no
if
story.
you live your life, you go through the stages of life, you go through your ages, apparently, the experiences you have, after a while, they just didn't
Yeah,
happen.
just gone.
So, yeah, cheers, Jake. Charlie, give us a story.
Ooh, a story about me. Alright, I'll tell you one.
Okay.
Have you ever ridden a motorbike?
No,
I have, and never again.
I would never ever ride a motorbike.
Well, I wouldn't say never again, I would, but I'd say why. I had an accident,
An accident. Yeah.
and guess why I had that accident? So I was riding on my moped, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, I know what's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, a crazy frog, chill out.
And there was a fucking AA van in front of me.
Right.
And we was in the middle of town, we was doing 30 obviously. And the AA van in front of me slammed his brakes on. Because he missed a turning or some shit.
Yeah.
He just put his brakes on or something, yeah. I'm checking myself out in the car windows to look how good I look on this moped, right? I'm looking at myself going, damn, I look good. Full face helmet on, goggles and everything, yeah. And then next thing I know, bang! Smack into the back of an AA van. I spin off, hit a Jaguar, my head dents the roof, my body dents the door, and Mum came out and nearly punched the AA van. Versus driver in the face. Yeah, it was my fault.
That's why your mum beefing AA, man.
I don't know.